Other interesting cultural news, you have McDonald's slowly and silently removing ESG from its website. Now this is fascinating because for the past several years, we've seen pretty much every Fortune 500, Fortune 100 put ESG information on their websites. It's part of their public statements, part of their fiscal statements that they have. They put them on their 10Ks, they put them on their quarterly reviews or quarterly statements for the investors. So not only was something that's thrust upon them, was forced upon them, but some of them are actually using it as a marketing vessel to attract new investors. And there are some companies that invest solely on their ESG score. So for a while, from a business perspective, they thought it was a positive thing, and it actually helped them get better loans. More investors went to them. There are a couple of compelling business reasons they were doing this, and marketing. However, times seem to be changing and times are shifting. It'll be interesting to see if it's a long-term or short-term cultural effect. Now, it looks like the fast food chain had a new website page called Purpose and Impact. So that's a little part of their website. And they removed several mentions of ESG. And this is according to the analysis by Bloomberg News. They actually had one page that used to be titled ESG Approach and Progress. Now it's relabeled, quote, Our Approach and Progress, unquote. And you see this on a couple other parts of your websites, or you used to be able to see some of these on their websites. Another page that is previously titled Performance and ESG Reporting now shows up as Goal Performance and Reporting. Now, perhaps they're finally starting to learn that fiscally it's pretty prudent to actually hit your business goals, not just talk about social initiatives. And I think you're seeing more of a cultural backlash against these companies. And it's all thanks to, frankly, Dylan Mulvaney and Bud Light. Before that, there really weren't any major boycotts against big brands or big companies from the middle or the conservative or right side of the political aisle, as that subsequently became a political issue for many people. For years, conservatives just kind of were, by their nature, conservative. They didn't speak up, really didn't do much. And more importantly, fiscally speaking, they didn't change their shopping habits, which, again, if you want to affect change on a business level, vote with your dollar fiscally. That is how you can change how a business acts. Go buy something else, which Yangling, the beer company, their sales are up 22% week over week on average. That's astronomically good because they specifically chose not to get involved in politics. Whereas Bud Light, they made their brilliant decision, and the CEO, well, he's still highly paid. I suppose he's happy. But I think we're going to see more and more of these companies start to move away from at least publicly bragging about and posting these ESG scores and messages, as we're seeing more of a cultural shift where people are starting to vote more with their dollar and move away from those companies. How many companies will actually shift and how many will really change their behavior? That's what I'm even more interested in. We'll see how that turns out, as businesses are pretty fluid and times change pretty quick. Culturally speaking, though, it is fascinating to see more and more. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in. Again, we're trying to get to 3,000 subscribers by the end of August, so you can click that button and greatly appreciate it. Also, don't forget to take the time to like and comment. The feedback is greatly appreciated. It's how we make the show better and better. And lastly, don't forget to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.